What up? What up? What up? What up? How everybody doing? This your guy Ty Data with a little late night stream tonight. We finna go in a little bit, you know, actually get some serious shit down. Um, you know, the when you doing real work is not that fun. It's not that dramatic. It's very, it's a little bit boring and it's very nerdy. And what up, family? American is Karen over there in Chief Holiday chat room. We got Nighthawk over there in Chief Holiday chat room. We'll be simulcasting. The reason why y'all was getting a couple different doubles, that was Google trying to outsmart me. But again, Google, I'm smarter than you, so um I win. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna be going in tonight. We're gonna be breaking down this. We're gonna be breaking down DNA software because it's obviously these dudes don't know what the hell they're talking about, but they do know how to sound like they're talking about. It's just like how people who floss and shit, like the brokest motherfucker in the club, is always the sharpest dude. You know what I'm saying? Always the sharpest dude in the club. That's kind of what this community kind of remind me like, cause you got all these dudes doing all this damn talking. And the thing about it is that if you actually, understood, you know, um, DNA and understood this stuff on a real schematical type of level, there's nowhere in hell you would be sitting here, um, you know, on YouTube at some little stupid ass job or something like that. But then again, you never know. This is America. Who knows? You might, you know. But Yeah, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got their number. We got their number. We got their number. You know what I'm saying? But so this is the thing. A lot of people like to go around and they like to throw around these fancy words. But and this is how I can identify that they're full of shit. Now, when it comes to different types of biology, I'm not a biologist. I don't really get into type of biology, but there's a particular language that they use in biology. And there's also a language that we use in computers. Okay, when you're dealing with computers. You see, so it's two different languages. See, I can identify the bullshit by the language that they're speaking. See, if you're talking about actual schematical computer computing, you will use words like, when you using DNA, when you using the DNA software. I'm gonna give you some DNA software. I can probably download the DNA software. I can give it to you, and you can use it on your damn self. But you're gonna need some other machines. I can literally sell these dudes these shit. If these dudes really believe in DNA, I want y'all motherfuckers to come, and I want y'all to buy my DNA software and my DNA machines. and you can tell you can do your genealogy or whatever if you guys want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I could hook that up for you. You know, um, but when you're actually computing inside a computer, you use words like 15 marker, you know 21 marker, 49, 69. You use a bunch of numbers and you use a bunch of alphabets. You see, use a bunch of numbers and you use a bunch of alphabets, and you use little small words and little acronyms and things like that when you're actually doing some computing. But when you philosophizing or you're reading the book or watching YouTube, you use big words. You use big words like autochromosome and all these big vernacular actual structure and all this weird shit. So that's how I know that these dudes is bullshit. And this actually goes for both dudes on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Aboriginals too. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be straight up. Aboriginals too. Y'all niggas don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to schematical DNA software and computing. DNA software and computing. Okay? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give them guys a little credit because like I remember when I was younger, we had a science experiment. I was a little boy in Chicago. We had a science experiment, and what we did is we took a, a um a potato, right, and we put a couple forks. We put one fork in the top and stuck one fork at the bottom. Now what we did is we took a glass jar and we filled it up with water and we set the potato in there, and we put the potato in the window, and you know the potato started growing little limbs and stuff. Now these are the type of experiments these guys are talking about. These guys are talking about looking under a fucking microscope, bro. They're talking about looking, observing, simple little stuff just like watering the plant or some shit. That's what they're talking about. And they try to use these real fancy words and these big words to try to make it seem like they're really doing something hardcore, when all you actually doing is you doing nothing no different than a fucking potato in the window experiment, bro. But you can't fool the cyborg with that shit. You see what I'm saying? Trying to sound all blackly and structural fucking, super smart. That shit don't cut it over here, bro. You have to understand you're dealing with a motherfucking cyborg. You're not dealing with no weird ass dude on some weird ass shit. What I'm saying, trying to what I'm saying, trying to sit here and measure my computing strength or whatever the fuck you trying to do. I ain't gotta do all that. It don't do nothing but take a couple questions and a couple math questions and the shit's done. Okay. Now I understand everybody got their own little philosophy and shit like that. So people wanna sit there and spend hours and hours and hours on fucking pyramids and fucking little ass stupid ass shit. It's like I don't see how y'all niggas could do that shit, bro. But I guess, man, if y'all niggas entertained by that shit, that's cool. But that shit put me to sleep, bro. You know what I'm saying? Give me some real tangible shit that I can learn and I can do in the morning. Give me some shit that I can wake up and my mind be blown and I'm thinking about extra shit that I can invent from the shit that you said. You know what I'm saying? Give me some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And the number one reason, and like I say, the number one reason you can tell the motherfucker on bullshit when it comes to DNA, listen to the language that they use. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do up here is I'm gonna put it on the window and I'm gonna put some basic. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some basic DNA software. Okay. As you can see, this will be some basic DNA software. Just very basic. Now this software is actually used at about about 22 different DNA companies. I can name them. I can name them that and let you know the software that the companies that use this software. One, you know what I'm saying, and have been introduction to the software. We have African ancestry, ancestry DNA, consulting, DNA fingerprint, DNA heritage, family tree, DNA, gene base, genetics. Um, uh, Let me see. We got iGene, ISFG, Oxford, Oxford ancestor, root for root for real. And it also used this in some colleges like Oxford University and some other places like 23andMe and some other things like that. So this is pretty much what they're doing. Okay. Now all this extra talk, it is meant to try to is what it's actually meant to do is actually set up to try to make the confusion, to try to make it seem like these dudes is really talking about some shit. Trust me, bro. They ain't talking about shit. Now, as you can see the software, you can see the software. So when you're dealing with software, all you doing is reading a computer. The computer is doing the actual work for you. So if you know how to read the computer, then you know how to do the software. If you don't know how to read computer, then what you better off doing is take a motherfucking potato and put it in a motherfucking glass jar and set it in the window and observe that shit through a microscope and find out what the fuck it's doing. That's not how DNA works. Okay. Then so also, man, when we on a panel and these motherfuckers get to mention DNA, man, let me eat their ass up, bro. They don't know shit about that shit. You know what I'm saying? All this dumbass shit, motherfuckers trying to sound smart. You sound like idiots, bro. That shit is not smart. Okay. Now let's get into some basic DNA software language. Now, and this is just basic shit. I'm not even gonna go thorough because we got a part two. We got a part two when I'm a actual have someone in China do some DNA right there for you. Okay, right there on the software for you in part two. You see what I'm saying? So we make this shit. You can buy this software. The software is about $12,000. I know sometimes I say $1,200, but the software is about $12,000. There's also a couple different machines. You need about two or three different machines as well. So I'm gonna break down the inside and outside the other machines on another day. Okay, and so this shit is not shit is not what they say it is. Now it does what it is programmed to do. That's it. It don't do anything extra. It don't do anything else. Okay, so you go from machine to machine to machine. So this will be your basic DNA software. Not this is this. You know what I'm saying? But they have different machines for different purposes. And so this is how you know these guys are full of shit because talking they're not talking schematic and they're not talking computer language. Because if you get a fucking real DNA biologist in here or somebody who do DNA, they're gonna come in with some computers, they're gonna come in with some fucking computer language at your ass and be like, oh yeah, we take such and such a software and we read this and we read that, and they can actually show you how to do this shit. As you can see right there, it says 214. Down there it says 73. The average one of these software is can only read 33 different sequences. That's all it can read. That's it. It can only read 33 different sequences. Now, let me see. Now, there might be some super advanced motherfucking software out there, but you're not reading 300 million sequences of DNA. Even if you don't know what sequences is the equivalent of taking a truckload of dice and just let them out on the streets and see how many ways you can get seven. So on a pair of dice, on a pair of dice, you can get seven, but three rays. You can get five and two. You can get four, three, and you can get six and one. So you can get three. That's three different sequences right there. So when you're dealing with DNA, you're dealing with something very tricky. So you're dealing with something very tricky and something very big. So they don't know a lot about DNA because DNA is actually code. You see what I'm saying? It's actually code. But see, they know it's code, but they don't know how to read the code. What they know how to do is they know how to clone it Okay, so what they do is they clone your DNA first, and then they get to play with the clone because they can keep making it and keep making it and keep making it. So they don't really work with your actual real actual DNA. They work and they play with the they play with the clone. They play with the clone. Now inside this clone, you can look at it with a microscope, like the one real brother. You can look at it, but you ain't doing nothing but observing. Just like a fucking just like if you take a potato and put it in the window, you can observe it. So if you want to observe some shit, you know what I'm saying, you go out and get your fancy little microscope and take some pictures and shit and go on the internet and tell people you doing some shit. The shit don't cut it here on a sideboard, bro. Okay, if you're not talking coding, if you're not talking computing, you're not talking DNA, bro. Okay, so companies buy these. Okay, this is a product. Okay, just like you buy let's say what kind of we don't buy software no more. Just like you buy Pro Tools. Okay, just like you buy Pro Tools. Just like you buy Wirecast, because I use Wirecast to stream. I use that's what I use to stream. I use Wirecast. You see what I'm saying? So, but you know, and so this shit, a lot of this DNA software, to be honest with you, some of this shit is actually free. You can actually get this shit off the internet for free. But these dumb motherfuckers don't know that. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I know. That's how I know they 100% full of shit. Okay, but they know how to observe though. They some good observers, and they can tell you. They can. You know what I'm saying? Because they're regurgitating books and they're regurgitating YouTube videos. And this is what I mean by these dudes are nothing more than outdated software, because every question you ask them, they have a predetermined answer. Okay, nothing's never new. If you ask him a question 5 days later, he gonna give you the same motherfucking exact answer. You know what I'm saying? And I know sometimes it requires that. You know what I'm saying? But when you ask another person on a whole nother side of the no whole nother side of the planet, it's like, man, put a different accent in it or something. These motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And so the shit is so they shit is up. The motherfucking gig is up, bro. Okay, and so now they going around preaching to the black community, trying to sound like they smart and trying to sound like they doing something. Now, if you want to know the name of the software, do your own little research. It's a simple little research. It's not that hard to find. It's basic as hell. I'm not going to give it to you, and I'm tired of giving niggas my shit. Okay, simple as that. Matter of fact, let me address that. I'm tired of giving you punk ass niggas my shit. Okay, I spend a lot of time doing a lot of this shit and learning a lot of this shit. And then when I learn how to do it, I go and teach it to motherfuckers. And instead of motherfuckers trying to, try to help me advance and to try to help me do what I gotta do, these motherfuckers try to steal it and try to take it and say it's theirs. The first time I did a 24-hour live stream by myself, I literally had to stay up because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know how the fuck it was gonna work. But I did it, and I pulled it off because I'm a doer. I don't know. I couldn't tell you or nothing, and I literally had to click the button to move it to the next video, and that's how I did my first 24-hour live streams. After that, I realized all I have to do is upload the software, upload the actual file, and then just let the shit run all day. So then my second time going, I just let that shit run all day. So then after that, we ran for a whole motherfucking week because I was learning and learning and doing shit. So by this time, these new motherfuckers and these blood sucking motherfuckers come in, and I'm sitting here showing this nigga how I'm doing the shit. I'm showing these people how I'm doing the shit. Like, oh yeah, man, I'm doing like this and I'm doing like that. And now these motherfuckers know how to do the shit, but they ain't putting no motherfucking work in. Nigga, you didn't stay up 24 hours a day. Nigga, you didn't download motherfucking 12 motherfucking gigabytes worth of motherfucking Corey Mayo and all type of videos, you know what I'm saying, on your computer. You ain't do none of that. Nigga, you just ran into a nigga who know how to do some shit and taught you how to do some shit. Y'all niggas need to cut out with that shit and start learning how to do some shit your goddamn self, and go through the hard process of a motherfucking inventor of motherfuckers who get shit done. I'm sick of y'all niggas, bro. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers is unappreciative as fuck. Swear to God. And now you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I got it, but I know I can get it. I can get the DNA software for y'all stupid ass niggas, and I can get the machines for y'all stupid ass niggas. And I guarantee you, I'll send that shit to your house. I guarantee you wouldn't be able to work that shit. I guarantee you probably wouldn't be able to connect that shit together. None of these niggas. But regurgitating the encyclopedia or a YouTube video, bro, that shit don't cut it with the cyborg, bro. Just because you got a microscope and you observing some shit, that doesn't mean shit to me, bro. If you ain't talking computer talk, bro, if you ain't talking DNA, if you ain't talking DNA 57 marker test, okay? Look at the language on some of this computer. I got more pictures and shit, but I'm not gonna show them. I'm not gonna show them because I'm not finna be feeding y'all niggas all my shit. And next thing you know, 1 month later, some nigga got my shit on the TV and shit. Like, oh yeah, nigga, nigga, you ain't did shit, nigga. You got the shit from Ty Data, nigga, and you just act like you just did some shit. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, as you can see on the computer screen, okay, you have software. Okay, this software is designed and to do a specific things. Now, all software has its limits and limitations. That's why they always come up with an up-to-date version. This version, the picture of this is actually a little bit older because I can tell at the top it's probably like Windows Vista or some shit like that. Yeah, it looks like either Vista. Yeah, it looks like Vista. So I believe that's Windows Vista. But a lot of these motherfuckers use old ass software anyway because as long as it do the job, they ain't gotta buy no new ones. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can, So this is what these motherfuckers do. These motherfuckers basically just get these people money, and these people do not understand that these are companies, just like the dollar store, just like fucking, Progressive, just like motherfucking the jelly company, the peanut butter and jelly, you know, what the Reese's, just like Snickers. These ain't nothing but companies, bro. This ain't no governmental, the state of Minnesota or the federal government. These is companies, okay, that's doing this shit. So when we say we don't trust that shit, what's the conspiracy in that? On one hand, motherfuckers say, "Oh yeah, they poison our food, they poison our food, they poison our water, and they poison our kids, and they poison our fruit." But they're giving us, but they're telling the truth on our DNA. Nigga, who the fuck sound like a conspiracy theorist? Who sound like a conspiracy? So what are they doing? Are they poisoning our water too? Is that a conspiracy theory? Are they? What's that shit they be spraying in the air? They say, uh, are they do they do is the chemtrail shit real too, or is that conspiracy? Are they putting pesticides and shit on our fruit? Are they doing that too, or not? Okay, because they're independent companies. That's why. And guess who allowed them to do that? Your government. Now now when it comes to FDA, because I know some of these softwares and some of these facilities are FDA approved. Okay? Approved. Do not try, because one of these motherfuckers, guess how one of these androids try to do? One of these motherfucking androids, I was arguing with one of the, I think it was one of the YU type motherfuckers, right? And I told him, I said the federal government does not recognize DNA as an actual, as an actual scientific um method. And I said, well, it's not you know um it's not government, uh you know pretty much, you know what I'm saying, the government doesn't recognize it. You know what this motherfucker said to me? This motherfucker said, well, what about the FDA? The FDA is the government. I said, look, bro, and then guess what? They laughed at me. They both laughed at me like, we got you. And I let them laugh. I said, hey, bro, check this out. I said the FDA approved it for safety reasons. They approved it because it doesn't cause harm to anyone. So if you're going to use the FDA as a government defense, first off, find out what the fuck the FDA is first before you try to pass it off. See, they think they talking to some idiots, and these dudes really thought that they got me, and these niggas laugh. Like, oh nigga, what about the FDA? And these motherfuckers laughed and shit. I got the recording. I just don't release the recording because they called me nigger so many times that I couldn't release the video. But if you're interested in watching the video of me having a conversation with these motherfuckers, You can let me know. I got the video, but I'm not gonna air it because it was I probably get kicked off YouTube because they called me nigga so many times. But at the end of the day, you know I got them where I want them anyway. And so if you're gonna use the government for argument and say, oh yeah, the government recognized it, no, 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 no. The government approved it through the FDA. The FDA is for regulations, is to make sure something is safe. Okay? That's what that's for. So when they go and they approve the DNA facility and this type of DNA testing, what they're saying, and they're allowing them to do the practice, okay, and they're saying it's safe. They're not saying like, hey, you guys are getting a fucking gold medal. You can tell me that my great 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 1,000 goddamn times grandfather and shit would actually lived over there in Africa. Okay, that's not what they're saying. Now, let's get back to some of this. Let's get back to some of this computing language. Okay. Now keep in mind, language is very key because you can always tell when a person trying to duke you because they try to use a certain type of language. Okay. But when you're always dealing with computers, every time you're dealing with a computer, you're probably going to have little alphabets and little numbers. It's going to be less complex. So anytime you get these dudes coming on the panels using some big ass words, it's like, bro, I know you don't know how to work a computer because you talk too much and your words too big. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't know how to work a computer. You probably barely know how to make a phone call, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't even. You probably barely know how to use YouTube because you've been in a encyclopedia. You know, you've been reading about the shit and not doing the shit. Okay, there's a difference between reading about something and doing something. Okay, so those of us who do shit, we 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 don't need to read about it as much, all because we're actually doing it. So we know the difference. So if somebody come in here and tell me, oh yeah, man, I did this and the chromosome, and I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. That shit sounds sophisticated as fuck. But I do know how to work this software, and if you spit in this tube, I can give you your tribe in Africa for you. But that shit you're talking about, bro, that shit sound dope, bro. That shit sounds smart as hell. I don't know what the fuck you just said, but the shit sounds smart as hell. I can hook this motherfucking software on your computer, and I can hook up the three motherfucking machines, and I can actually run this shit for you. Can you do that? No, you can't. But you can sound smart as hell though. You an idiot, dude. These dudes are dumb, y'all. Like, how do y'all let these niggas even in the community? Like, where these niggas come from, bro? Like, I don't get it, man. How can these niggas survive with so much bullshit? We're trying to say all black people are the same from ages. Well, see, this is right. The reason, like I say, they do that because of the environment testing. You see what I'm saying? That's all. But there's nothing wrong with us being the same. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. If they want to say we all the same, cool. But don't. But just say the shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to trick me and lie to me and believe. Just be like, man, I think, you know what I'm saying? I think we all the same. Of course, we all got mathematical, you know what I'm saying? We all got mathematical components together because there's only certain much material that's floating around in in our atmosphere. There's only certain much energy here. Well, I don't know that, but you know, according to my knowledge, um, like nothing's really new. Like it's real hard to come up with some new shit. But I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know what I'm saying. But this is according to what I believe. I should say I believe there's no new shit. I believe there's no new DNA coming up. There's not going to be any new species of humans coming up anytime soon. I believe there is, you know what I'm saying? There's not, you know what I'm saying? And so all of mathematical properties that we are made up and all the code that we design with, when you mix and match these codes, everything is all part of the code. If you mix and match them, you dumbass idiots, just because you took one code and added it to another code and made a code that's different. That's all part of the code. That's not a separate fucking code. It's not a new code. It's just 1%, a certain percent of something, and another percent of something that make us another percent of something. That's not new. That's all designed in the code, y'all. But these motherfuckers going around trying to philosophize cyclopedia nigga some computer work. Computer work, bro. I'm talking about some motherfucking 15 marker. You know what I'm saying? You put the Y in there for you put Y 33. The Y 33 represent the right 33 chromosome. You put Y 46. The Y 46 represent the Y 46 chromosome. You see what I'm saying? And you see what you see what you trying to match it with. You might have one tribe. You might have two tribes. They break them down in different tribes. That's actually computer. That's actually written in the code of the DNA. They use that word tribe. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they actually do. And then once they basically took all your fucking DNA and they cloned it and did all the other shit with the other little machines. They put it in the computer and they read the computer and then they put the shit in the search engine and then the search engine tells them what is the best population on Earth with that. That's all they're doing. That is not a full blown science experiment. So these are the 33 sequences. These are some of the 33 sequences um that they use. You have DYS 393 slash DYS 393 13. That's the 13th. That's the 13th sequence. And then on the 14th sequence, you have DYS 19 uh 19. And then you know what I'm saying? DYS 394, that's 14. And then you have sequence 11, that's DY. See, these dudes don't talk this shit. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't actually do this. So if you get all these motherfuckers that's talking this shit, if you get these motherfuckers some DNA software, put them in a DNA facility, they wouldn't know how to work. They wouldn't know how to work that shit. And I'm not saying I do, but I guarantee you, if you put me in there, I guarantee you I'll figure that shit out without even reading the manual, bro. I just you know what I'm saying? Give me a little hint, give me a little something to go to. I'll figure that shit out. Cause that's the type of person I am. I won't leave until I figure it out. I'll be in that motherfucker all motherfucking day. Like nigga, I'm not leaving until I figure it out. And I guarantee you I'll figure that shit out. But these motherfuckers, you put these motherfuckers in front of a damn calculator, and these niggas barely can use the shit. Nigga, you barely know how to use Android. What the fuck you know about a goddamn? What the fuck you know about a DNA sequence, nigga? You know what I'm saying? So you have the DNA test Y ST. What is that? The STR. You know what I'm saying? It tells you where it's from, and then there's a number. That number and this is all Y chromosome. This is all Y chromosome parents lineage. You see what I'm saying? And then you have your and they represent something called haplotypes. Okay, this is something that they actually that you hear some of these dudes talk about, but they never seen it actually play out in the computer. They only heard about it or seen it on a YouTube video or some type of encyclopedia. They never seen a haplogroup in a computer. So don't talk no motherfucking DNA unless you talking motherfucking math and you talking computer, niggas. You ain't gonna cut that shit with the cyborg, bro. The shit, you know what I'm saying? Get your motherfucking software game up. You know what I'm saying? Upgrade your motherfucking 1950, 1920 ass philosophy, bro. Upgrade that shit. Yup. You see what I'm saying? Upgrade your motherfucking shit. So then what the haplogroup sites, the little haplogroup sites, they don't do nothing but have 33 different haplogroups. And these 30 these it's designed to read these 33. Now why they target these 33? Personally, I don't know. But I do know I do know if you want to know 100% about me, you're gonna need more than 33. If you really gonna tell me who I am, I know you're gonna need a little more than 33. But if you want to get what you, but if you want to give a nice little, a little gesture, like man, like a it's like an educated guess type of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting over here in the chair, and I look at the wall, and I'm gonna say, you know what? I think I'm about 3 feet away. That's just a guess. But if I want to get an educated guess, what I would do, I would just take my feet, and I would say, you know what, my feet is about, such and such inches. And what I would do is I was walk forward and forward and forward till I get to the door, and I count how many steps, and then I measure it. That ain't right. It's a, you know what I'm saying, that ain't actually right in the right measurement, but that's somewhat of an educated guess or some shit. So basically what they're doing is they're basically doing an educated guess, and it's actually free for them. So they don't really have to pay for it. All you need is the software and the machines. You can just do the shit nonstop, nonstop, nonstop. You know what I'm saying? But they do have a database. I can get in their database. So if I have your DNA, I can use the same database that two and two using, the same database as African genealogy are using. I can use that database too. You know how I know I can use that database? Because that database is online, you stupid fucks. So I can use that same shit too. If it's online, I can get to it. Okay? Y'all dumb as fuck. Stay the fuck off our panel. Stay the fuck off our channels. And some of you Aboriginals, y'all niggas don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, nigga. Just say, nigga, we don't know, nigga. You don't know how to work a motherfucking DNA sequence, nigga, on a computer, bro. You know what I'm saying? I eat these niggas up, bro, but I just don't. I throw my little arrogant little shots, and I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they talking about. Now, um, here, matter of fact, I want to first show y'all this picture. I can show y'all some shit. Some of the different haplogroups. You know what I'm saying? So they'll take these different haplogroups, and their numbers. Their numbers. Okay. So you have number 13. You have right here 13, 14, 11, 12, 11, 13, 17, 10, 11, 15. And so what most computers are designed to look for patterns. So basically you just look for a pattern, and then you say 11, 13, 17, 10, 11, 15, 31, 15, 15, 11, 19, 16, 17, 37, 12. You know what I'm saying? 12, 11, 15. Now that would be on, you know what I'm saying? That would be on one side. And the other side would be, it will be 23, 10, 14, 12, 14, 29, 9, 11, 16, 26, 19, 15, 15. One of them is just, like you and you got, but then you got 11, 23, 15, 19, 37, 12, 9, and 17. So what they so that's all basically what they doing. They check. They just get your DNA. They come out with some of the ones that they can read. You see what I'm saying? They come out with some of the ones that they can read. Hold on 1 second. We might have another juggernaut. Probably come on. Let me go ahead and set this up. See if one of the juggernauts want to come on. It would be a nice little treat for the if the brother can show up. Um, but let's go ahead and see. Cause I'm sick of these motherfuckers out here sounding like they smart as fuck. Dude, you could not work a motherfucking DNA facility by yourself. If you know what I'm saying, nigga, you know how to sound like a motherfucker try to get cocky over a goddamn telescope. And the nigga got the nerve to try to have a fancy name with it. Nigga, it's a telescope. Nigga, it's a motherfucker. Nigga, it's motherfucking some goddamn glass, nigga. Goddamn, nigga, I can make you one, bro. The shit ain't that damn fancy, nigga. If you want to do some DNA, nigga, talk some real DNA talk, nigga. Stop with the fancy shit. That's how I know these niggas full of shit. None of these niggas break down those schematics. I never heard one of these niggas break down some schematical ass information. I'm sorry, none of you niggas. Not one single one. Not one single one of you motherfuckers. Even the motherfuckers I like. Some of you motherfuckers I like, you motherfuckers, but y'all niggas, shut the fuck up, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and keep it real. Let's go ahead and keep it real. But hold on. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this link out here. You know what I'm saying? Probably let me see. See if the brother wanna come on. We might have one of the brothers on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hold on. Now, now I'm not gonna sit here. Did these motherfuckers just stop my stream? Hold on. Is I'm still going? Cause it says I'm offline. Cuckoo, you a sneaky little. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, I think is we still live on Chief Holiday? Hold on. Oh, these motherfuckers clip me. These motherfuckers just clip me. What the fuck is going on? Stream complete. Upload. Smart as hell.